Alright. I'm back at it. I'm on this videos again. I'm getting this message back out. And today I'm going to talk about two things that are very important to the way we handle our business in sports and in life. Two things that affect the way we compete. And one affects the other. It's a perception that creates an expectation. Okay? And we perceive things either really good or really bad, and then we create an expectation based on that perception. And one thing, you've seen the movie, you've seen the movie White Men Can't Jump, right? This is the perfect example of how an expectation will get you beat. So in White Men Can't Jump, it's the scene where Wesley Snipes is out, and he's telling the guys, he's like, look, pick anybody you want to. Pick anybody out here that you want to pick, and I'm gonna run this court. I got this. Pick my teammate. Right? And of course, what's happening? Woody Harrelson's over there doing this. He's like, okay, stretching, doing his thing, bending, turning, do a few jumps like this, trying to get loose, right? Just hanging out over there. And they're looking around, and the guy's like, yo, give him the chump! Give him the chump! And of course, that's an expectation that him and Wesley Snipes' character had tried to put on. Because they're out there hustling, right? But they tried to put it on, and this dude's falling for it. They're calling him Gretzky, and obviously he doesn't look the part, right? He's got the tie-dye shirt, the short shorts, the high socks, and he's doing some funny stretches. And they give him the chump. Next thing you know, he's out there crossing people over, fadeaway jumpers, behind the back passes, easy layups, pump fake, up and unders, right? He's doing it all. And before you know it, game's over. Wesley and Woody are dividing up that paper, going to get some food, paying rent, whatever it is, because the perception of him was he was going to be brutal. Simply based on looks. He did not look the part, didn't look like he belonged there. Now we do this all the time. I've been on team, I've coached teams. It's the way we do it that we got to get over this, but this is what teams do. And this is what gets you beat, is you look at a team and they're 0-11. Right, or they're whatever, they're awful. That team's brutal. We'll look past them. We got a big tournament. We got a big game this weekend. We got to get ready. We got this win. Let's get that win. What do you end up doing? You're walking back with your boys like this, or your girls like this, your head's down. Man, we should have won. That team was bad. Yeah, that team was bad, and that team was brutal, and you should have won. Except the fact you shouldn't have won because you didn't prepare to win. You had a perception of a team. They're no good. They're placed an expectation, easy win, right? And that affected the way you prepared. And it affected the way you competed. And by the time you realized you were in a fight and you had to compete, it was too late. Game over, it's a wrap. Just like Woody Harrelson's car, just like the dudes who gave Woody Harrelson. Before they knew they were getting hustled, the game was almost over. Right? So your perception created an expectation, kept you from preparing. Simple. You have to assume everything you do is important. Everything you do, you need to perceive as important, as a competition, as it's going to be tough. Whether you are interviewing at McDonald's, right, or a Fortune 500 company, you need to prepare the same way. I know you think that sounds stupid. I get it. But if you go into McDonald's, right, you go to McDonald's and you look uninterested and the guy's interviewing you and you think you got it because McDonald's needs you more than you need them, obviously it's not the case because you're sitting at McDonald's, you need the job, you're not prepared, they end up passing on you and you go, man, how do I not get a job at McDonald's? How does McDonald's not hire me? But one day I'm supposed to get my degree and move on? It's because it's your fault. It's simply your fault because you didn't prepare. But if you research, you ask the questions, and how much research, that's the thing, is you interview McDonald's, how much research is there? You have to know a few things for sure, but you need to know those things. You need to be prepared. When you go interview that Fortune 500 company, you need to know what they're doing. You need to know about mergers, about things they purchased, about what they do, how they do it, what systems do they have. You got to get prepared because your perception of that interview is, this job could change my life. I'm going to get ready. I'm going to knock this thing out. Right? And you go in and you prepare. Why? Because your perception is it's really, really important. It's a big deal. So the expectation is to get ready. Let's go. It's time to compete. So there's a heightened awareness about you. And when you have a heightened awareness, you get prepared. You get ready. You're ready to fight. It's like that fight or flight. When you know you're in danger or something's really important, you get prepared. That's what you do. But when you perceive something as being weak or no good or easy, your expectations come down, your work ethic comes down, right? Everything comes down. And you don't get what you're supposed to have, or what you thought you were supposed to have, but you don't deserve it. It's your fault. Simple. Your fault. So what I'm asking you to do is just prepare, right? Perceive everything as though it is the most important thing that you are doing at this moment. Because if you're at McDonald's interviewing, it's apparent that you need some money. They don't need you. They get 1 million applications. Their system is easy to run. But you got to go in there and show some interest that you want the job. Right? So you got to assume it's the most, it's the most important. Your perceptions is so important, I have to have it. And when that happens, your expectation rises. And when your expectation rises, like we talked about, your awareness rises. And when that happens, you compete and you go get it. So perceive everything as a great challenge. Put the expectation on every job interview, every single team you play, every person you compete against, as they are coming to beat me. They are prepared. They're ready to get it. I got to get ready. I got to outgrind. I got to do whatever I can do to take it to them, but I got to get ready. My perception creates an expectation. My expectation creates my work ethic or my preparation. So let's get going. Everything's important, or else you wouldn't be doing it. If you're doing it, it's important. Understand that. If you're doing it, it's important. Change your perception. Change your expectations. That will change your preparation, and it could change, and it will change your life. No grind, no glory. Let's get it.